Homer led the league in tackles with 85. The deep ball for Darius Prince, and Philadelphia's on the board first.
On the draw, this is Grayson Allen. And Allen weaving his way all the way down to the 22.
10-yard line, 5. Mayfield, Dancy, all around. Throw it as far as he can throw it. Jump ball coming. Crazy stuff. Not this time.
And you want to be a wide receiver, you're going to have to take a little bit of a hit like that as Brown got him in that shoulder, but watch. Those are teeth.
Do we have a dentist on staff here?
Shady Sports Network, what it do? I'm here with a very special guest, Coach D. Millie of the Oregon Black Bears. Coach, how we doing today?
Yeah. What's up with my guy? How you living? Happy holidays.
Thank you, man. Really excited to have you on. So, I mean, kind of right off the bat, you know, Oregon Black Bears 2024, the excitement at the all-time high. You got Tavon Thibodeau. You're signing so many great players. You got 2 quarterbacks ready. I mean, how are you feeling about the team so far?
Man, I am blown away, man. I always say, like my mom said, look at God. That's motto right there. A lot of things have fallen in line quite fast, man, from where I'm coming from, being out here in Oregon, man, for the last 3 years. And to be part of the Arena Football League coming back, man, it's an awesome deal for myself being a coach because once I was a player in the Arena Football League.
Definitely, without a doubt, and the league is doing some big things for sure. One player I wanted to ask you in particular is Jordan Pouncey. You know, I know he's a wide receiver, but man, I was watching the film today. I'm like, he can play some DB too. What do you have planned for him this season?
Excellent, man. We're going to come into camp full throttle with all these guys. And when I saw Coach Jones had signed Pouncey, I was ecstatic about it. Then I got to watch more of his film and saw that I could work with him also on the defensive side of the ball. Because in arena football, you know, you have your two-way guys. So I'm looking forward to working with the Pouncey boys, man, and all the other athletes that are going to be coming in. But as far as Pouncey, he's the real deal Holyfield for sure.
Definitely. I mean, the Pouncey brothers, in my opinion, you know, are right up there with the Manning brothers. You know, they're right after them. And, you know, for him to be able to play arena football, that's huge for the sport without a doubt. When you look at the AFL, you know, they're doing some big things. They have some national partnerships, which is something every other league has been trying to achieve for years, but the AFL is doing it year one. I mean, how do you feel about the national level of exposure?
Lee Hutton has been doing this thing, man. You know, a lot of times you get into these chat rooms and you hear rumors of different things going on. And I'm a boy, Joe. I do it myself. I'm a fanatic of football. And so in the off season, you're looking for your next. And you're like, man, I wish I could. And I wonder if it could happen. And it does happen. And Lee Hutton put this thing together, man. And he got with the right people, the right connections. And here we are now going into January, actually the end of December, January, excited about arena football in these new cities that are popping up, like Salem, Oregon, and you got Everett, Washington. So there's some new seeds planted, but there's always still some old trees out there looking for what was. And the arena football, it was the real deal in the 90s and the 2000s, and now for it to come back in the late genre of the 2024 season.
Definitely. And Lee Hutton is doing some great work. Another guy who's doing some great work is Terrell Gaines. You know, one of his top clients, Tavon Thibodeau, is the owner of the Oregon Black Bears. Tavon is someone who now is a top 10 player at his position in the NFL. How fun is it watching him on Sundays run? Like, that's your owner right there.
Wow, man. I'm in awe just knowing who the ownership is when finding out. Because a lot of times your owners, you know, they're different businessmen, and they delve into owning these arena football teams just for fun, you know. But I know that Thibodeau, I haven't had a chance to meet him yet, but Coach Chuck Jones speaks very highly of him. I know that I've watched him through his Oregon Duck days and the process of him going through the NFL, and he's a stand-up guy. I've got him on my IG, so I'm looking forward to meeting him and bringing football to Oregon, man, because this is a football-hungry state. And just having that opportunity to work under his tutelage and ownership and bringing him a championship the first season. We're not trying to just win games. We're trying to set the city on fire, the league on fire, and have Oregon in that championship game.
Definitely. And the Oregon Ducks this year were highly successful. Obviously, they had a heartbreaking loss, Pac-12 championship, but Dan Lanning building such a successful culture there. How it's jumping up when you guys trying to build your own culture and your own identity?
Just competing, man, on a daily basis. It's not for fun. It's not for play. And a lot of times, as former players, that's how we get into this coaching game. It's all about the elbows you rub and the people that you meet and the relationships and bonds that you make. And over the last few seasons, the last 3 years, I was Coach Jones's coach. I was his defensive coordinator. And he's learned the game, he soaked it up, and he put himself in position to meet the right people to become a head coach. And he's an awesome coach. And I look forward to working with him. So we bring that experience with also our offensive coordinator, Brandon Tate, that won 2 championships with the American West Football Conference that we both came out of. So we have a young, great staff here for Thibodeau as the owner to be very proud of.
I mean, Coach Tate, man, what he did with the Tri-City Rush down there, man, winning multiple
games. Yeah,
that was awesome. I mean, to have that experience is crucial. Kind of going through the journey, growing up in Anchorage, Alaska, which is crazy, man. What's Alaska like?
Wow, man, I was born in Mobile, Alabama. Mobile is known for the Senior Bowl, and Alabama itself is known for the Alabama and Auburn rivalries that they have. So moving away at age 10, moving up to Alaska via my mom got married, and my dad, decided that was the best way to take care of his family. I didn't understand, but it made me a better kid. I got to gel and merge with different kids of different races and nationalities. I was born mostly around a lot of black kids, so to be honest with it, but I was able to be a talent and understand multicultural ethnicities from all my islanders to the Japanese, Chinese, whites, working with everyone. And now it helps me as a coach in being able to communicate one-on-one basis with any athlete. But living in Alaska also, right now, it has opened up many doors for other athletes to come out. We have a Brandon Peely that's playing with the Miami Dolphins right now, straight out of USC. We have some other kids. I can name a list of them, but I'm proud to say that I'm from Alaska and keeping that on the map. And being with the Oregon Black Bears is just another step to being a legend coming out of Alaska.
Definitely. And another thing you have to be proud of is your Juco product. Juco, man, not many guys can say that they do that. Same conversation.
Two Jucos. I went to Wenatchee and to College of the Desert.
Man, how was that experience overall?
I didn't ever want to give up, my guy, man. I was in Wenatchee, and I was having a bomb freshman year at 18 years old, just leaving Alaska. I was like, after 3 weeks, leading the whole little league and punt return average. Had like 2 punt returns to the house. But I broke my collarbone after third game in practice 1 week. And I looked around me, and a lot of guys weren't getting recruited, going up to Division I's. And I knew I could play at that level. I just needed the opportunity, and just took my talents down to another junior college that was courting me in high school, College of the Desert. And I got down there around those Cali boys and the Florida boys, and we got it all together. And they made me play better because every practice was hard. Practices were harder than the game. So that's what I want to bring to the Oregon Black Bears. I learned it there, on to Oklahoma State. Then when I had to go out to Canada and all the years playing for the Arena Football League with the Anaheim Piranhas, the Portland Forest Dragons, the LA Avengers. I played with many teams and many great players and coaches that have helped gel me to where I am right now.
And, you went around NIL or the transfer portal, like you had to stay and fight for your spot. What do you think about that and how it's changing the game?
Man, like Jerry Rice said, every day he went to practice like he was playing for his job. If you take that mentality, just don't go into work lackadaisical at your skill position, or if you're working in the trenches, just know that somebody's coming for your job. And here with the Black Bears, we got to make it very competitive. We don't want guys looking over their shoulders, but we do want our number 2 just as good as our number 1 if we can have it that way here in camp. And with the roster that I've seen so far, I think Coach Jones said we have about 24, 25 guys signed with 5 or 6 more spots to go. We have a draft coming up. We've been doing a lot of Zoom calls. We're just very fired up over here. I know a lot of teams, just like the NFL or any other league, the XFL, the beginning of the season, every fan base and every coach and player feel like they have a chance to get to the championship. But I feel very confident that the Oregon Black Bears are going to be fighting it out at the end of the season.
This is huge, definitely for long-term success. Coach, it's been great having you on. A couple final questions.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you live in Oregon. You know, Oregon was rated one of the top 10 fastest-growing states in the country. What changes have you seen in Oregon as a state over the years?
I've been here about 3 years, man. I think the thing that has changed so much is that the weather has gotten a little warmer. I do like that coming from Alaska. Not as much snow. I was told when I left Alaska I wouldn't have seen any snow, but I live in the high desert Bend area, so we get a little drop of snow. And also the law that changed. People got to pump their own gas. I wasn't aware people didn't know how to pump their own gas. So that was new for me. I don't mind doing it, but having someone pump it is pretty a cool deal. So those are the 2 things, in my opinion.
Without a doubt, Coach, my final question for you tonight is looking towards 2024. How do you plan to kind of get involved with the community and the youth?
Oh, I do that on the daily, man. It's going to be easy peasy for me to get to work with the youth. I just got to find the right time in between practices, breaking down field. I'm the defensive back coach, not the defensive coordinator this year. Coach Jones is the defense coordinator. So it's not a fallback job, but it gets me to work more handsy with the defensive backs one-on-one. What the receiver's favorite socks, what is his mom's name, what is his favorite route on 3rd and 5, all those small details. But working with the kids and the youth, hopefully I get to run a football camp, just something outside the Oregon Black Bears through my nonprofit that I have called Quick Skills Academy. My nickname has always been Quick, but Quick with skills. And I've been doing that since 2006, since I moved back to Alaska, but being out here doing those type of things, and just getting kids involved. If the kids want to go and do something, the parents will be about their life and get them to the game. So I got to get as many kids as I can to bug their parents about coming to the games. Our first 3 are at home. I think the first 2 or 3 are at home. Then we're going to go for 5 games. So we got to build that fan base pretty quick. And it starts with the youth.
Definitely. Coach, again, great conversation with you tonight. I really appreciate your time. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and go Oregon Black Bears.
Yes, sir.
I'm a game
All
changer.
right.